Hey everybody, it's Bill of Seaside Graphics, and today I'm joined by my friend Lori Donovan of Alphabroder. Alphabroder is one of our main suppliers for all kinds of promotional products and custom merchandise. Hello, Lori.
Hey, Bill. How's it going? Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for coming. Glad you're here. Today you brought, looks like a bunch of things.
I did.
What have you brought us today?
So I brought a whole bunch of different things to talk about what's trending in retail, what we have to offer at Alphabroder, not just apparel, but what we call hard goods, which are the traditional promotional products as well. How we're kind of going away from just identifying singular products, but more like building collections to really easily merchandise programs and opportunities together. I have some retail brands that are super hot and on trend right now. So we've got a lot of things to talk about.
Cool. And can you tell us a little bit about Alphabroder in general for those that don't know?
Sure. So Alphabroder, we are one of the largest suppliers of wholesale products. Originally, it was just apparel, and now we've entered into the hard goods space as well. So we are truly a single source solution for all things branded merchandise, whether it's something you wear or something you use or give away. It's pretty slick.
Great. And you've been in this industry for a long time. We don't want to say how many years. Let's not go there.
Thank you.
But I consider you're my guru. You're my vendor guru. So when I have a question and I need some advice, who do I email or call? Lori.
Aw, thanks.
So you were the first one I wanted here to go over some of this stuff today. And a lot of this stuff that we're showing, it all coordinates, like you said. The stuff you brought, it color coordinates, it tells a story, and I think that's important for a lot of our customers to know that, you don't just have to get a T-shirt and then go somewhere else and get a backpack. With Alphabroder and with Seaside Graphics, it tells the whole story where we can outfit you with your T-shirt, your sweatshirt, but then your backpacks, your notebooks, your pens, everything color coordinates into your company colors.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to make it easier to merchandise. For the most part, if somebody's looking for, a shirt, whether it's a collared shirt or a T-shirt with their logo on it, they're probably also getting water bottles and pens and journals and backpacks. So why not make it easier from not only one supplier, but all one collection that either color coordinates or somehow coordinates together to really tell a story.
Great. One of the things that I always use Lori for is different industries use different clothing. So, Lori, construction man or woman, doesn't matter. They're out in the field, they're pounding nails as opposed to an accountant in the office who's using the calculator. So how can you tell me, how do you differentiate the clothing that you use for the different industries, for instance?
Sure. I think the key thing is asking the right questions. So, when it comes to T-shirts or polo shirts, we have so many options available. How do you know what's the right one to go to? And so understanding who the end user is and how it's going to be used. So certainly, I'm going to recommend a different T-shirt for a construction worker than somebody who might be, wanting to sell band merchandise, or, a college student, or somebody in the gym industry. So, there really are different fabrics and styles and fits to cater to different uses and industries.
So let me ask you about that. So like a construction worker.
Yeah.
Are they more on we were talking about this earlier, they're more of the boxy T-shirt still.
Yeah.
And this T-shirt's been around. I mean, this boxy T-shirt's, I've been doing this for 22 years.
Right. And
this T-shirt is the same T-shirt that's been there 22 years because it's such a quality T-shirt. But yet, like you said, band merch, that kid doesn't want a boxy T-shirt. They want something else. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. So what a lot of people don't understand is that there's different fabrics, and there's different fabrics within fabrics. There's different fabrications within fabrics. So you can have a 100% cotton T-shirt, but if it's carded, open-ended cotton, that means it's going to have a little bit more rough and tough feel. Think about like sheets. we all know like the higher the thread count, the softer the feel. Kind of the same thing. So depending on like how a shirt is woven and what, whether long staples of cotton are used or shorter staples of cotton are used, that's going to give you a softer or rougher feel. So that kind of rough and tough boxy shirt, that might be really a great option for somebody who's in landscaping or construction. But that thinner, softer ring spun cotton shirt is going to be more appealing to a youthful audience, somebody who wants a more fashion forward fit.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lori. So now I got to go right into it. I'm going to skip everything else and just go to my favorite. Okay. Over the 20 plus years I've been in this industry, it's been the boxy t-shirt, then it evolved. We talked about the retail fit. Now, let's talk about the latest and greatest technology in a t-shirt.
You got it. So I'm super excited. We've entered into the digital technology with t-shirts. So Alphabroder, we have the exclusivity on the brand Threadfast, and Threadfast has enabled their t-shirt with NFC technology. And NFC is near field communication. And the technology, we all have it in our phones, whether it's Apple phone or Android phone. NFC technology is what you use, like if you go to check out somewhere in Apple Pay or Google Pay and you just tap your phone. So on this shirt, there's a little NFC tag that's sewn into the sleeve. And all you have to do is open up your phone, and you don't have to download anything. You don't have to open up your camera or anything. You just tap and your phone reads it, and boom, it opens right up to a website. And look, the sickie right to alphabroder.com.
Right to alphabroder.com. That's amazing.
Right? So think about the opportunities you have with your customers, and now you've got interactive media. It's not just a static design that you can print on a shirt, but now you can interact and direct folks to a URL that you can change the content at any time in the future. The shirt's already enabled with the URL that you want it to go to, and then on the back end, you or your marketing person or your client's marketing person can change that content, and really the sky's the limit. The uses are endless. So great. I'm really excited about this.
And of course, that shirt would be customized by Seaside Graphics with a design or a logo or some cool message on there.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And then even maybe print something above the sleeve saying, "Hey, tap here for our message." Or I could even see this being like in nonprofits, tap it for our mission statement or for our, go to the website with videos and.
Absolutely. I mean, it's as simple as it could be a family reunion, and tap your shirt afterwards to see all the photographs that were done at the family reunion. Wow. It could be as simple as that. It could be as complicated as, hey, a new movie's coming out, and it could direct you to the trailer of the new movie. There's just so many options.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome. So I had to go to that one first, people, because this technology blows my mind. I mean, the fact that I could be wearing a t-shirt and bam, you go right to my website, to my message, to my coupons, to whatever you want to do it. It's just amazing.
I mean, think about it could be a great thank you for something, like you said, charities, or, maybe you've got the president of a company giving a special message to somebody out there saying, hey, you tap this and you're getting a video message directed right to you saying thank you for something. So again, the list is endless.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So thank you for showing me that one. Now let's see all these great products you brought us today to kind of tell the story. And I know you had a story you want to tell.
Yeah.
Why don't you kind of get us going on that?
Sure. So my big passion right now is color stories. So Alphabroder, years ago, we introduced a polo shirt. It's our #1 seller. It's the 88181. It's a tried and true winner. 16 colors, men's, ladies, youth, talls, long sleeve. I mean, the collection is fantastic. The Core 365 brand was built for uniforming, and uniforming on a budget. It works for all industries, light industrial, sports, can really work for everybody, doesn't break the bank price-wise, and the color is cohesive. So if you need a hat, a t-shirt, a polo, a sweatshirt, the color is the color is the color. Well, now add to it hard goods. So now we've built this collection under the same brand. You don't have to look outside the brand to build a complete collection for your customer. So you could do a backpack and a water bottle and a journal that matches your polo and your t-shirt and your fleece. and it all like goes together, coordinates. It's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. I could see, a lot of our customers, if you have to buy a t-shirt over here, a pen over here, a notebook over here, backpack, hat, nothing matches. Let's be honest. It depends on what country it's made in, how they dye it. I mean, there's so many different processes, but to actually have products that are the same color, it's amazing because
it was built with intention. Like it's intended to go together. Each product can stand on its own, but they're all intended to go together, and it really just makes it easy.
So now you have, the players on field have a practice jersey, but now the coach's polo shirt, Matt. 'Cause I've done a lot of it before, where the coaches' shirts are always look a little different than than the players and the colors, but now it's the coaches match the players.
And the moms and dads on the sidelines.
The moms with their, everybody with their hats and their bags, everybody matches.
That's right.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So what else do we have here? Now, I got to talk about, I see you have one product from Gronk. And, everybody loves Gronk from New England. Who doesn't love Gronk?
That's right. That's right. So you may have seen this on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
We're super excited to have the original ice shaker bottle. So what's different about this, and I actually had the opportunity to see Chris Gronkowski out in Las Vegas earlier this year at one of our trade shows, so excited about that. And he told the story of how this came about. So years ago, there was a big influx of blender bottles in the industry for the fitness industry. People want to mix up their protein or their, whatever electrolyte blends with their water bottles. The problem is that bottle, while it mixed the powders great, didn't keep your stuff cold. So you have to drink it right away, or it's going to go all,
Those
warm
protein shakes are
not good.
nasty.
So Gronk created a double wall insulated bottle, and it's pretty slick. It's got measurements on the inside. So again, for those that of interest to, but double wall insulated. So it's nice, it's substantial, going to keep ice for over 30 hours. But it has this agitator in the lid that unscrews for cleaning. But now you can mix everything up, and it stays cold and keeps your protein shake super cold. It's got a nice rubber bottom, so it's not going to tip over. It's pretty cool. And we have seen on trend, more requests for high-end drinkware as of late. Everybody wants, we all know what different name brands are out there at retail. Everybody's looking for that high-end brand name. And this is nice. It tells a good story, makes you feel good about, connecting with who its originator is.
Some of the things I like about, we'll talk about your hard goods right now, which is all the promo stuff that we have. But one thing that I like about, the Alphabroder line is the price points, okay? And I'm not going to talk prices now because there's so many different prices, but it's reasonable. It's very reasonable for everyone, okay? Whereas, I'm not going to say the name brand of the drinkware that everybody wants that cup, but you have alternatives to it that are half, if not less, of the price. And that's great for people on a budget, people who, the whole point is for your brand to get out there, not necessarily to promote in the brand of the drinkware. What do you have here that is just a great value that, people can't turn down?
Yeah, so talking in both hard goods as well as apparel. We have everything from, the budget conscious all the way up to high-end retail brands and everything in between. So, everybody loves performance t-shirts, right? And so I'm going to tie in a little bit with like different fabrics, as well as price points. So, it's really, really trending to have performance t-shirts, but not everybody loves the feel of polyester. Performance is essentially polyester. It's not our grandfather's polyester. So like we have a line, Team 365. It's 100% polyester, moisture wicking. It prints really well. This is a great go-to shirt, but not everybody loves this feel. So we created another performance t-shirt. It is 100% polyester, but the feel's going to be completely different. That one feels like cotton.
So let me tell you from experience, people, I have this one, okay? I used to have that one. The thing being, as a user, right? And, I want to get in shape. I'm not the most fit yet. So that one's a little more clingy. I find it for more of the, let's the fit buffs, okay? Whereas this one is more forgiving. It's more cotton. It's like a cotton T-shirt, and it absorbs my sweat and stuff like that. I love this shirt. I have two of these in two different colors that I use all the time. That one, I sell a ton of that one. Ton of sports teams. Yep. I just did the whole wrestling team in that one right there in black. I think it's more of your preference, right? Or
exactly right.
Is it age group or is it preference? What is it?
It's really just personal preference. It's kind of like, what's better, lightweight or heavyweight? Mm-hmm. The trends go up and down. 1 minute oversized is really popular. The next minute teeny tiny and form fitting is very popular. 1 minute silky is popular. The next minute soft cotton hand is popular. The greatest thing is we've got the options. We've got options to really accommodate everybody. And
let me tell you, as a printer, both of these print excellent. You're not going to have to worry about, this one's cotton, this one's polyester, how are we going to print it? Don't worry, Seaside Graphics can take care of that for you, no problem at all.
And both of these particular options are made with a cationic dye process, so there's no dye migration. And dye migration is when the dye of the fabric bleeds through the imprint. You're not going to have that with either of those. So,
yes, we know in the old days when you had a red polyester shirt with a white imprint, and the next thing you know, a week later, you're walking around with the pink lettering on your shirt.
That's right. That's right. You're not going to have that issue with either of these. So
awesome.
We've taken care of that for the printer's sake.
Great. Can we talk about? I'm seeing this shirt with cherries on it here, and I'm wondering, why did Lori bring this? What is going on? Can you tell me a story about this one?
Sure. So one of my favorite brands, Bella Canvas, they've always been at the forward front of fashion, especially when it comes to ladies. And the 80s and 90s are back with the baby doll tees. So these are a knit rib, super, super soft, and this is really going to appeal to the younger generation, fitness forward. This is just completely what's on trend at retail. It's kind of funny. You mentioned how long I've been in the industry. Years ago, retail was, when things came out at retail, our industry followed a couple years later, and now we're right at neck and neck. Folks want their brand on stuff that they see at retail. So now we've got the retail trends and retail styles ready to go right out of the gate.
I mean, I see, as one thing my daughters find embarrassing about me is whenever I go into a store, I'm the dad that sits there and walks by and feels the shirt, and and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I wanted to see what it felt like. But most of the brands that we sell now, all these Bellas and all these other brands, not only are they comparing to the retail, they are the retail.
Absolutely.
I see these brands at retail in stores. You go to Zoomies, you go to all these different types of stores, and these are the brands that you see there now.
Absolutely. And, one other trend that we're really, really seeing as of late, and it continues to build, is sustainability. Mm-hmm. And talking about sustainability, both brands that I actually mentioned here today, both Threadfast and Bella, are really at the forefront of making sure that their manufacturing practices are eco-friendly and sustainable. Mm-hmm. Bella, they use like 7 times less water in their dyeing process than most other companies out there. So they're really making a conscious effort to make sure that their product is leaving less of a carbon footprint on the environment. Threadfast, they use BCI cotton, which is the Better Cotton Initiative. They use all recycled polyester. So we're really, tying ourselves to brands that are doing the right thing for mm-hmm. the world.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people out there now who are, conscious of the environment, which, I am one of them. And what I love is, we were talking about, again, back when we were talking about the 20 years into today, is that now you have, T-shirts, hoodies, all made out of, and I'll tell you, this is made out of 7 plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing that, the plastic bottles that we find in the ocean, now they're recycling them, turning into fibers and making them into products. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
So if I have a customer, Lori, I have one customer, for instance, it's a nonprofit sustainability customer, okay? And they come to me and they say, Bill, we want all clothing that's sustainable. So if I came to you and I said, hey, Lori, I need sustainable products, do you have them?
We absolutely do. And it's more than just, is it organic or is it recycled? It's, again, going back to where was the cotton originated from? Where's the polyester originated from? What's the manufacturing process like? Just picking on Bella for an example, like their facility is all solar powered. So and having the documentation, and we've got a whole lot of assets that we share with our customers to talk about what these companies are doing to make the world a better place.
Mm-hmm. Great. I keep looking at this hammer.
If I had a hammer.
If I had a hammer. And I feel like my wife would always want me to have this on me at all times, just in case, She's always like, can you do this? Can you do that? And I would go, I can't find my hammer.
Yeah.
This thing's small enough, but can you talk about this a little bit? Because what I see here is, back in the day when promo products used to be your keychain, your mouse pad, all the boring stuff. And now I see a lot of tools, a lot of camping wear, a lot of survival stuff pretty much. Like you have here your camp wear where you would have
some travel
silverware. I've got this multi-tool hammer.
So
I've got pliers. I mean, I could do some damage with this stuff. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so if you notice, those are from a brand called Dry Duck. And one of the things that we're really proud of at Alphabroder, with the ability to have both apparel and hard goods, now some of our retail partners are actually retail partners that historically have been just in the apparel space are now coming out with hard goods to complement their apparel. So again, it's going back to that, building a package, building a whole collection of things. So Dry Duck, they're known for their outdoorsy workwear, rough and tough stuff. So they came out with some hard goods that really complement their apparel. Again, great upsell.
And when I talk about hard goods, people, we're talking about everything that I'm holding or showing today can be embellished. So everything will have your logo.
That's right. Either the item itself or the case or packaging that it's in.
Great. And over here we've got some new technology. Looks like new technology, but this is a what is this?
Well, that's a coffee mug. That's a coffee mug, Bill.
Thanks, Lori. But what kind of coffee mug is it? Can you tell me, please?
So, camping themes are really, really popular. So, that one particularly has a bamboo bottom. So again, goes back to the eco-friendly sustainability. I've brought a few other things just to showcase. So, lids are very important, but we've got brand name retail brands in hard goods. So again, Columbia, great way to pair a Columbia fleece or fishing shirt with drinkware. We've got Under Armour, right? So now you've got a really great drinkware item that you can pair with a hoodie or a t-shirt. So keeping collections together all within the same brand. So we're really starting to expand upon the hard goods collection, even not just in our own Core 365, but also within our retail partners.
Wow, that's great. So I can see this now just from my own experience with customers. You sell a Columbia fleece jacket, okay? And what better thing, we do a lot of jackets for businesses. They give it away to their customers or to their employees. But what better way than just a jacket, to get a jacket and get a cup?
That's
with
right.
Columbia on it that matches.
Yep.
I mean,
or whether it's at the same time or even if it's a later date. Maybe you have a customer that's on like a quarterly cycle. Great to have, an option that coordinates together, but could stand alone as well.
Yes. Great. Is there anything else you want to show us here?
I think we covered everything.
I think we did. Yes. Oh, the sweater.
Hats?
Oh, we have some hats. Okay. So one thing that Alphabroder, I can't say has enough of. No, wait. Let's go back on that thing. So one thing.
What are we going to talk about, Hal?
1, 2, 3. How you do it?
Go.
Okay. So one thing that we didn't even touch on yet is hats. I can't tell you how many hats we sell in a year. And when I go to your website, It's an unbelievable amount of one brands, two colors, three styles. I mean, it's an overload of stuff.
Yeah.
In my own expertise for the last couple of years, trucker hats have been on fire.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, and here's a trucker hat right here. Here's one of them. I mean, can you tell me why is this hat so hot?
I mean, it just is.
Yeah.
Trends come and go, and truckers have just been on fire. We've got tons of options. That particular one with a snapback, lots of colorways. It appeals to all demographics, all age groups. It's comfortable. Certainly in hot weather, the trucker gives you a nice airflow. So, it's comfortable, keeps your head nice and cool. And with the front being nice and structured, you should know from a decoration perspective, gives you a nice area to decorate a brand.
Yeah, so just so everybody knows, we buy these blank with nothing on it, and then Seaside takes them in, puts your logo on it, front, back, wherever you want it. So, I mean, these particular hats, these trucker hats, they embroider great, they look great.
Yep.
And I can't tell you how many we've been going through. It's the hottest thing. It's been the hottest thing since for the last couple of years. It's just been incredible.
Yeah.
But besides trucker hats, right?
Oh,
We still have. So I'm a bald guy wearing a trucker hat. Come on, doesn't do it. It just doesn't do it. Okay. So what do? I got to go to the dad hats. I'm a typical dad hat guy. That's the the floppy hat. Put it on, cover my bald head, because if I wore this in the summer, you would see all pinholes of red marks all over the back of my head. So I wear dad hats. Some people, they don't like the curved bill. They want the flat. A lot of the young guys, a lot of the older guys too, I notice now, are starting to go to the flat bill.
Absolutely. And, it's a personal preference, no right or wrong, just like the T-shirts, no right or wrong. People are very particular about the closure, whether it's a snapback, whether it's a fitted. The fitted, then you have to be cognizant, of course, like sizing, right? I happen to have a little head, so I'm like a small where somebody else might need a larger, so you have to worry about that. The adjustables are great for mass audience, but some people like the Velcro closure, the self-fabric closure. There's so many different options. And again, it's all going back to asking the questions of what your audience wants. And then, you've got tons to choose from.
Just to go back on the fitted, just to let everybody know, I mean, if you're, you might be a small, medium, or a large, extra large, or an extra small like me, that's what I have to wear for those fitted hats. Each brand's a little different. So, I mean, I always suggest, from our customers in particular, you come in and look at them, or my salespeople go to your location and show you the different hats. So you can fit them, you can wear them, because you got to admit, every hat fits differently in this industry.
Absolutely. I mean, think of it like sneakers, right? Yeah. Like every brand fits differently. Yeah. You're going to want to try them on. You're going to want to sample. And we're really good about, hey, if you've got an opportunity, we're going to send you a sample to make sure that it's the right fit, because, you don't want, the wrong size hats.
And of course, there's always the winter hats, the pom-poms, the knits, the beanies.
Headwear has been huge. As a matter of fact, in the last year, the bucket cap has been huge. I mean, here we're in Massachusetts. We've got a lot of nice coastline in New England. So, anybody who's on the water loves that bucket cap. I mean, there was a time that bucket caps were like out of stock because they were so on fire. Thankfully, they're back in stock.
It used to be like the old Gilligan's Island there.
That's
you
right.
wear the bucket hat, but we sell a ton of bucket hats now. It's really made a comeback in the last 5 years. Bucket hats they're hot.
It's nice to see the trends come and go, and what comes back. Just like these baby doll tees, right? What was hot once, and then it goes away, and then it's bound to come back.
It's funny when I see my kids wearing my '90s jackets that I used to wear. Now they took them out of my closet. They're wearing them. It's pretty funny. All right, Lori. Well, it looks like we have seen everything, pretty much, that Alphabroder has. Not everything, I got to admit.
It would take a while. We've got, I think, like 100,000 different SKUs. So, yeah, it would take a while. But I think we've covered, certainly like an overview of what we have to offer.
Yes, great. And I've been an Alphabroder customer now for, I'd say 22 years in this business. I've probably been 22 years. Changed names a few times,
We've grown through
acquisitions and stuff, but you've always been there for me, you guys, and I appreciate it.
We like the partnership. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, and I love when you come out and show all the products to us, and if we have any questions, you're my go-to guru.
Thanks, Bill.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Now, everybody, if you want to find out more about what we have to offer here at Seaside Graphics, just click the link below and go there. Check us out. You got your Instagram, you got Facebook, you got our website. Learn more about what Seaside Graphics can offer you and how we can have all these great products with your logo on it for your next event, company, or outing. Thank you, guys.